Today we're looking at some brand new WWE action figure news deals things right here, man. I want to get into some of this stuff. We have some new things put up for pre-order by Ringside Collectibles. If you guys are interested in these things, these are up for pre-order right now where you can go over to ringsidecollectibles.com. Use code MDTOYS to save yourselves 10%. But we are looking at it right here, man. We have a new WWE Elite Greatest Hits wave revealed to us. We're going to go through this and I'm going to give you my opinions on it. But let's get into this wave. This is going to be WWE Elite Greatest Hits 11. If you guys missed our video not too long ago on the Greatest Hits line, I talked extensively about the Greatest Hits line and where it was when it started versus where it is now. Kind of got into the From the Vault sets and kind of broke all that down. But this is Series 11 that we're going to be getting into, and we're going to break it all down, man. So the first figure in this set is another Logan Paul figure. Another Logan Paul, man. So we have so many damn Logan Paul figures, it seems. There's not only the Greatest Hits Ultimate that we talked about, we have this Greatest Hits Elite that we're going to talk about today, and I do believe later in the video, we're going to talk about another Logan Paul that is coming. Maybe even a couple. So Logan Paul getting all the damn figures, but he is a part of Greatest Hits Series 11 here. And the thing about this is I am unsure. At this juncture, man, we don't really know what figures are in what waves in terms of this. Is this going to be a straight up re-release or is this going to be a repaint? And I'm honestly, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. I think it's very difficult at this juncture to tell you, but you know, his best figures have been the Ultimate Editions, but he has really good Elites as well. But if you go back to that first Top Picks Logan Paul, that figure was released twice. It was released as a Top Picks, and it was released as a Greatest Hits. Is this going to be the second Top Picks Logan Paul re-released as a Greatest Hits? Logan Paul is just an insane seller, apparently. So you had that, you know, that yellow and blue attire, which was a great Top Picks figure again. Then you had that black and yellow Top Picks Elite. Is this going to be a re-release of that Top Picks yellow and black figure? I don't know, but he is the first figure in WWE Elite Series Greatest Hits 11. So that's something to monitor right there. The next figure we're taking a look at is going to be CM Punk. Now, CM Punk has had 37 figures released, and I don't know what the real number is. That was a made-up number right off the top of the dome, but CM Punk has had so many WWE Elite figures, and this is just another one to add to the list. But if you look at the promo image that they're using for this pre-order, it is him in a sort of street attire, so it's kind of like a sleeveless shirt and some pants. Highly doubt this is most definitely not going to be the Mattel Creations, right? Would they do that? Would they take that Mattel Creations and re-release it with a different shirt or a tank top? I don't think so. Would it be sick? Yeah, it'd be sick, but I don't know if they would want to redo that figure that was a Mattel Creations exclusive and then redo that figure here as a Elite that will be widely available. But I guess that's possible. Maybe they repaint the figure. Maybe they take that Mattel Creations figure, take the jeans that I think were like a darkish gray or something like that, or maybe they ended up being navy blue or a dark, you know, not really saturated blue. What if they take that same figure and then darken the pants to black or a really dark charcoal color, similar to maybe the John Cena from the Elite 3-pack, remember from 2015 or whatever they just released this year? What if they took that color on the pants and then they gave it a sleeveless shirt? That actually might even be a really cool figure now that I'm thinking about it. Trying to get the most out of the molds. Maybe they will do a promo attire CM Punk. I'm not entirely sure. You know, Mattel is not big on doing promo attires for Elites. Now, we did see it in this Mattel Creations exclusive, but that was a really big moment, right? That was the return of CM Punk at Survivor Series War Games, a huge moment in wrestling, especially in the modern day. I don't know if they would, you know, they don't traditionally do these street attires, but we also know that they do Cody Rhodes in suit, and, you know, we've seen some different things like this play out, but usually what do? They always put these, you know, promo attires in the basic line. I would love to see them put them in the Elite line, and maybe that's happening with this CM Punk, but I don't know, man. It's weird. It's a weird thing to analyze, but maybe it's possible. Maybe it is possible, but this also could be just a re-release of his many Trunks attires we've gotten since his figure. So maybe they repaint the Survivor Series in the camo. Maybe they repaint the Elite 124. Maybe they just straight up re-release the Elite 124 or the, you know, Elite 115 or whatever the hell. I mean, they could do so many different things, so we'll see. But CM Punk is the second figure in the set, but then we're getting into the final Elite in this Greatest Hits 11 set, which is going to be Rhea Ripley. Now, Rhea Ripley, I'm going to guess right off rip that this is the Elite 117 Rhea Ripley. I would love to see a brand new Elite of Rhea Ripley because her last one was so good. She's had a great little catalog of figures. You know, they started off with the Elite 84. That was a great Rhea, and then as they went on, they got better and better, and, you know, I really like the Elite 110 in the white, but the Elite 117 was a fantastic Elite. It actually got the Women's Elite Figure of the Year last year, so it would make a lot of sense to me. She's a top talent, right? I mean, it kind of goes without saying. She's a top talent. That figure was a damn good figure. It would make a lot of sense if they re-released that and put that in the Greatest Hits 11. So if I was putting my money on it, I would probably say that this Greatest Hits 11 figure is going to be the Elite 117 Rhea Ripley, but again, anything's possible. They could absolutely pivot. It could not be that figure. It could be a new figure. And if it were up to me, I would pick a brand new look. But that figure was so successful. It's a great standard, you know, almost definitive version of Rhea Ripley. So why wouldn't they put it right here? It just makes the most sense for business. So Logan Paul, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, that is your greatest hits 11. And these are up for pre-order right now. Now, you may not want to pre-order them because they are, you know, we don't know what they look like. So you don't want to go over there and put in a pre-order and it just be 3 straight up re-releases. That makes a lot of sense to me. But just wanted to talk about that a little bit there. So that is your greatest hits 11. This is up for pre-order on ringsidecollectibles.com. But now we're moving into the Ultimate Edition set. This is also up for pre-order. Now, I don't want to spend a ton of time here because we already know about these figures. We spent a lot of time on these already on the channel, but they are damn good. The John Cena, heel John Cena, the figure that I'm most anticipating this year is coming. John Cena Ultimate Edition Series 31. Probably, no, it is. If you go back to our top 30 most anticipated figures of 2026, that is the #1 figure in that video. If you want to go check out that video, it's a great one. So go check that one out. We also have Randy Orton in this set. Damn good Randy Orton. And then the last figure in this set is going to be Chelsea Green. Looking forward to this set a lot. I'm also looking forward to Ultimate Edition Series 30. I think Ultimate Edition Series 29, 30, and 31 are all damn good, and I can't wait for them. Of course, Ultimate Edition Series 30 is the Hulk Hogan with the molded rippable shirt. It's got the Seth Rollins with the damn good football jacket, and then you have the Rhea Ripley that's going to set the world on fire. So all 3 of those are great. All 3 of these are great. But that heel John Cena, I am so damn ready to have that figure in hand. So John Cena's looking good there. And then we also have some basic figures here. We do have Basic Series 165 featuring Hollywood Hulk Hogan. You got John Cena. You got Ethan Page. You got Sol Ruca that looks damn good. And you do have Cody Rhodes. Now, I'm excited for a few figures in this set. I'm very excited for the Sol Ruca. However, she is being short packed. And dude, I think, this basic figure was like $40 or something like that, which is crazy. But that was put up there. I think it's because of the numbers. I'm going to just make an assumption that the quantities on these are insane. And so I don't know, man. I haven't seen a women's basic, especially a first time in the line like this. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how that all works, man. It's got to be just asinine trying to collect all these women's figures because they're not readily available and they go so... It's almost like there's a hardcore audience for these figures and they're all the ones that jump on this, but then a lot of people miss out on them and it's just a weird thing. But I want Sol Ruca. I think that figure looks damn good and I'm excited for that figure. I also want the Cody Rhodes in this wave because it's the jumpsuit Cody Rhodes and I think that that's going to be a damn good basic. And this Hollywood Hogan looks to be damn good on paper as well, so we'll have to keep our eyes out on that, but they are up for pre-order. I think Sol Ruca's already sold out, by the way. I mean, you know, first time in the line, demanding talent, she's going to go like hotcakes, so hate to see that, but she was up there for a second. And then we do have the main event showdown packs, Series 26. This is going to be Cody Rhodes and John Cena. We have already seen these figures, so yeah, I'll put up images of all of these, but we have seen these. You also have the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, and then we also have Chelsea Green and Cactus Jack, which is probably the set that everybody's wanting. Pretty cool set there. You have Chelsea Green, Cactus Jack together, you know. I would have loved to seen this as an elite because, you know, we have 2 elite Chelseas. We do know we've had basics in the past as well. I think she has 4 basics. She's got these, you know, her 2 elites, the elite and the chase. She's got that ultimate coming, and then we do have this Cactus Jack basic. I would have really liked to seen this as an elite, but I understand it. I just think that it makes for a perfect elite figure. But anyways, let's move on to some of these leaked lineups that come to us from Mitchell Craig. So Mitchell Craig, you know, he did put up these figures here. We have Main Event Series 166, and these are some figures that we actually saw on the ringside live stream, if I'm not mistaken, for Basic Series 166. You have the Becky Lynch figure, kind of run-of-the-mill basic Becky Lynch, not anything of substance really there. You have Roman Reigns, that's going to be based on WrestleMania 41, so kind of a basic equivalent of the Elite 126 Roman based off WrestleMania 41. That's going to be coming out. We also got to look at Sheamus in that wave. We have a Jey Uso, which we also saw is going to be the t-shirt, and then we also saw Chad Gable. So all of that we have already seen, but Basic Series 166 in that main event set, which was on this list here that I wanted to cover. And then we also had Showdown Series, which I can't remember what Showdown Series this is. Maybe 20, what is it? Maybe Main Event Showdown Series 27 or something like that. But we do have Jey Uso versus Logan Paul. So Logan Paul getting yet again another basic figure here. We also have LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. Again, man, this is all going to come down to attire. This is all going to come down to head sculpt. sculpt, maybe an accessory or two. I don't think you can really get too excited because it's all people that we have seen before, besides the last person, which is going to be Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints, which I think should be pretty good. You do know that we're getting into Defining Moments Elite this year of Ricky Saints, which should be pretty fun, so that'll be a good thing to see there. So Ricky Saints is getting a basic with Ethan Page. That'll actually be a 2-pack that I'm looking out for, depending on the gear, depending on different things. Maybe they'll throw in the North American Championship right there that I've been wanting. I don't know. We'll see. We also have a look at Championship Series. So these are the basics that come with the championships that we've seen in the past. You know, they usually end up at Ollie's and other places. I think not Ross, but what is it, Sears or something like that? I can't remember. Maybe Kohl's? I don't know. They pop up kind of everywhere. There's no limit to what you can win. If you get that reference, you're a real ball knower. But we have the Championship Series. Another Logan Paul. Another freaking Logan Paul. So Logan Paul has 4 figures that we know about coming out this year. Crazy as hell. Anyways, I mean, he has a good track record, again, of figures. I don't know. His figures are very toyetic. It's just the way that it is, man. I don't make the rules. I just break them. Then you have The Rock. That could be if it's a classic Rock, it'll probably be the Brahma Bull or WWF Championships. If it's going to be a more modern Rock, maybe it's the 2013 version. If it's a more modern version, maybe it's the Undisputed or WWE Championship, maybe the Big Gold. That would be a pretty cool figure. You could get some reuse out of that WrestleMania Elite from years ago. At WrestleMania, 39? I don't know. That Rock one could go like 7 different ways. I guess we'd have to see. And then you have Damian Priest. So it'll probably be the World Championship, of course. These figure sets are pretty cool. I actually like these championship basics. I think I've only bought in a couple of them, but they look damn good, men on card. If you had a line of row of them, you know, kind of like a Hall of Champions style deal, if you had them all lined up, and the basic carding's pretty good, and I like the packaging on those. If you had those all lined up, that would look pretty sick. If anybody out there listening to this video right now has those championship basics in package, like men on card in your room or something on the wall, send me a DM of that. I would like to see that. I know it's a very specific request, but I think it would be pretty cool. I want to see that. I don't know if I've ever seen that, so that'd be something there. But that is all the news we had, man. We had some lineups here, some brand new lineups. Want to get on here, speak about them. We do also know, if you guys missed our video the other day, in our news video, we've had a lot of news here lately of Elite lineups and different things. It's going to happen with the new year, but we do have a look at a new lineup of Elite 126. We found out that the last figure in that set is going to be Penta. So you have Chad Gable or El Grande Americano. You have Javon Evans. You have Big Jim, Jimmy Uso, you got Roman Reigns from WrestleMania, and then you do have Roxanne Perez, and then we did figure out that Penta's the last figure in that set. Now, I don't know, they didn't talk about it today. I could have swore, I thought it would go up for pre-order, but it did not go up for pre-order, so I don't really know what's going on there, why they didn't put that up for pre-order. I thought for sure today. Remember, we even said in that news video, I think on Friday we're going to get some new pre-orders, and they didn't put up Elite 126, or is it? I don't think that's up for pre-order just yet, so maybe it's coming later today, maybe it'll be Saturday, I don't know, but the Royal Rumble's tomorrow, man. I'm looking forward to it. But before we get out of here, I do want to get into our random comment shout out. And this comment shout-out's going to go to Polyfiola1798. I still think Finn is going to sneak his way in there. Roman is my GOAT, so definitely want him to win, but if they pull a twist and put the demon in and have him win, I won't be mad. I saw a lot of people talking about this, and this is something I meant to mention in my Royal Rumble predictions, but Finn Balor apparently has some momentum here, man, that people are excited about. Now, obviously, if you followed the channel for any amount of time, you know that I'm one of the biggest Finn Balor fans out there, and I love Finn Balor. I would love to see him win the Royal Rumble, but until I actually see it with my face, I am not going to predict that to happen, man. I've been heartbroken way too many damn times to come out here and predict a Royal Rumble win by Finn Balor. Would I lose my mind? Yes, I would. It would be one of the greatest things I've ever witnessed, but nah, I'm not going to say that until I actually see it, but I will be going for him, and you know, he gets in there, he starts crushing it, I'm going to get my hopes up. I hope they don't crush my dreams, but yeah, I would love to see a Finn Balor win at the Royal Rumble. I just don't see it happening, but that is it for our comment shout out, man. If you guys want a potential shout out, comment on any video, comment on the video, stay active on the channel. You have a possibility of being shouted out in a video, man. But I appreciate you guys so very much for watching. I'd love to know your thoughts on this news. What do you think about this Greatest Hits wave? Do you think it's going to be a re-release? Do you think it's going to be new figures? Let me know what you think. But soon enough, we shall know. And maybe we'll get some images or whatever coming very soon. I mean, anything's possible, you know. But anyways, man, I'm getting the hell out. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys later.